Hello, ladies and gentlemen and friends. Today is November the 15th, 2025, and what we're looking at is a lot of old tomato plants and tomato wire that my mom and dad planted this year around late May or early June before my dad got very ill, and they had to plant them fairly late this year, because some years in the past, I remember when I was a little boy, they would plant these things sometimes in middle of April, but this year was much cooler and a little bit more wetter than as far as precipitation than normal. So they didn't plant them until late May and early June, and the tomatoes did well in the middle of July. They came in for a couple of weeks. My mom, she really worked hard over these. She was able to can some tomatoes, in a jar, preserve them, and they did well for about 2 or 3 weeks, and then they pretty much wilted and died around the beginnings of August, right around the same time that my dad got very ill and went into the hospital. So this is something that my mom and dad did together earlier this year around May, and we'll walk over here and take a look. There's quite a lot of these, okay? I'm not sure how many. I'd say somewhere around 50, but they've got wood in there. The wooden pole, and this is some tomato wire, and there's some of them are harder to see, like this one here. Then after we get done, we got to pull them all up. We're trying to make this area here. There was an old vegetable garden here, this entire area. We're trying to level it off, folks, and make it look a little bit better, because you can see all these weeds and stuff that grow over time. Okay, and that's my dad's tractor. He loved riding on that. He's ridden on that many a times. I am going to be using that. I'm not that good at it, folks, but somebody's got to do it, right? I'm trying to help my mother clean this place up. It's too much on her alone, isn't it? Yeah, and so we're going to be using that to level the area out, and we will be back with the results, folks. See you later. Okie dokie, folks, here is the place where all the tomatoes and the tomato racks were, and this is the result. We have pulled all the tomato racks up, and then we used this tractor here to try to smooth it out as best as I could, okay? And this is what we're left with. It was a lot of work. You know, I used to watch my dad operate that tractor, and I used to think, well, it's not that hard to do. It's a lot harder than it looks, because you have to keep changing gears. You have to put it in first gear, then reverse. You have to put it in high, low. You have to operate the gear on the back for the machine there. And you have to operate the clutch, brake, gas pedal a lot. It kind of works on your legs. Your legs do get tired. It feels like you've ran a mile after you do that. So it's not easy. So I'm just trying to do this to help out my mother, because she wanted all this stuff gone. And maybe it'll make things a little easier on her, where she doesn't have to come out here and remove all that by herself. So I did it for her. I hope you have a good day.